Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to experience the new Bloxburg map Re-Vamp. And you may notice a person extra with me, and that's just my friend, because we both wanted to kind of like experience this together. Wait, it's already time. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait to see the new map. I've been waiting ages to see it. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, I got a meteorite trophy. Okay, wait, I'm gonna choose the beach right beside my friend because it looks really cool. Oh my gosh, that map actually looks so good. Wait, the satellite doesn't look as bad. I'm not sure that I prefer the beach, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought this update would eventually flop. So now me and my friend Coconut Tree are going to kind of explore the map because it's our first time ever seeing it, and I'm so excited to see it. Wait, I hope they have a GPS because this might be hard to navigate. Also, the game was glitching really badly, so she kind of was driving slow because obviously, as you can see here, the game kept glitching. Okay, wait, I see some bikes, so I'm gonna go ride a bike and see how it is. These sound effects for this bike are actually so realistic, and I love it. So we actually stopped at the Bloxburg City Hall, like hoping there'd be something. And when we got here, there's like Bloxburg Travel Center. There's really cool how you could like travel to places and stuff. But as we went to Bloxburg City Hall, we wanted like a change. So I mean, obviously like the outside before you enter the building is kind of a change. But there wasn't really like a big change other than like this like Bloxburg old, like the Bloxburg old map in the middle of Town Hall. Sorry, I meant City Hall. So as you can see, it's just basically the same. I really like how it goes to pavement to this like rocky kind of material. I think this might be a school because it says coming in fall of 2025. Because I heard Bloxburg say that they will, like, the school won't be in the actual new map, which we got today, but it'll be in like a future update. So I think this is the school, but it honestly could be anything. At the corner of my eye, I spotted something, and from up there, it looked like a park, but I wasn't sure, so we went down to go look. Of course, I was right, but like all of this stuff like in the park is from like one of the last few updates where you can make like a mini like playground like in your backyard. So I think that was them hinting to us like, oh, in the new map there's going to be a park. But they never really said there's any significance to the update that we got like a few updates ago. As we went up these stairs, there was these electric scooters. I didn't really go over because I didn't notice them at the time. But there's electric scooters, and on top of that, there's also bikes. Then over here is this little like concert venue type thing. And if you like doing role plays, I definitely think this is a good thing to add. And as you exit the park, there's also the gym and the BFF supermarket up there. I don't see why they kept the gas station, but they kept the gas station, and it's exactly the same as it was in the old map. And now we're entering Riverside Estates, which is one of the 4 neighborhoods that there is in the new map. So as I got to the end of the road, I could choose what way I went. So I went up here. I probably knew where it was going, like to the mountains and stuff, but I didn't quite read it. But basically, if you turn this way, it's like where like the camping site is, and there's a bunch of maps to either guide you to one point or the other. There was a few times where I got lost up here, so I definitely recommend for Bloxburg to put a GPS or like a map like pinpointing where you are and pinpointing like other things around you in case like you got lost trying to go somewheres. But other than that, the landscaping is actually really pretty. I'm pretty sure this is halfway up, and halfway up the mountain, like it tells you like where you can go to get to certain things. I picked to go this way because it looked the most mysterious, and I like to be surprised, and I didn't really know what was up here. But I think I was trying to go to the observatory, so I think that's where I'm going, but who knows. So as I suspected, I was trying to go to the observatory, but when I went to the observatory, there was basically nothing special and new about it. And if I'm being completely honest, I wish it was still like placed where like the old observatory was. And I went over here because I was wondering, but when you click on travel, like it gives you all the places like you can travel to. Also, don't ask me where my friend went. I think we went our separate ways, but I think we meet up like eventually. That is after I got lost, of course. So my dumb self decided, oh, let's go this way. It looks cool. I got lost and I didn't know where I was going. I'm so thankful for these signs. But like I knew like I was heading to the campsite because there's picnic tables there. But like I feel like if you're going to a campsite, you wouldn't want to travel like. Never mind. I was not going to the campsite. I was just going to a random lookout, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of random lookouts around the map. I'm 99.9% sure this is where the campsite was, because it's a big dirt road instead of like a skinny like gray road, because obviously if you're going camping, you have like a trailer or a tent, you need like these like big windy roads, especially if you have a trailer, because you never know like what obstacles are in the way, so you need as much space as you can possibly have. So I went to the left because it said camping and wanted to see the campsite and see if it was like better than the old map. But then eventually I go to the right, and let's just say going to the right wasn't the best option. So I finally arrived at the campsite, and I gotta say this is much better than the old campsite. However, I would prefer like a pool because when you go to like most campgrounds, there's a pool. Also, there's a pond with turtles in it, which I think is pretty cool. But I think this would make it better if like it had like a mini playground in the campground and like a pool of some sort. Not just like a lake, but like a pool that you can swim in. Because when I go to campgrounds, there's always a pool. So I think it'll be much better if there's a pool. Now, this is where I get lost because this is like supposed to be like a hiking trail, which I get if there's like a hiking trail like attached to the campground because most campgrounds that I go to, there's a hiking trail. But let's just say I got lost in the hiking trail. I don't know how I did, but I also just didn't want to like go back in a circle just to get off this hiking trail. So yeah, you'll see what I did. Also, not to mention, the sky at night looks absolutely beautiful. And I also like how they incorporate snow into the mountains because the higher you go up into the mountains, like the colder it is. And like even in the summer, like there still could be snow on really high mountains because of how cold it is. As I reached the top of the mountains, I realized that there's no other way down besides going off the side or like going one of those like fly thingies. I should have went into one of those fly thingies, but I decided to ride this bike down thinking, oh, make it down. I kind of got stuck in the middle of the mountain, but thankfully at the bottom of this hill in the campsite, there's also another set of bikes since I didn't bring my car because I kind of bought a bigger car than I wanted to, but that's okay. While I go get another bike, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on my last video because I had a lot more views than anticipated and I just appreciate that. So I safely made it down like to the beginning to like where like I entered the campsite, and I went to the right this time because this just like takes you to like I think it's another like observation point, and it just like gives you a view and stuff. And when I got here, I realized that if I wanted to get down, I'd have to like go back and stuff. But then also the bike got stuck, so I'm like, forget it. I'm just gonna walk down. I had to come back to my house and grab my friend's car because my car was really fat and big and I don't know why I bought it. And it was really glitchy, and what I edited out of this video was that car getting stuck multiple times. So I just took my friend's car because hers was like better. But after I was done filming this video, I eventually bought a different car because that car was really big and unnecessary.